Alright, so Google launched NanoBanana 2 and people are getting mixed results from it. So I thought to make this video to see NanoBanana 2 versus NanoBanana Pro, which one delivers the best results in what scenarios. Along with that, if you want to see all my prompts and you want to access all the generations that I did for this comparison, you can check out the link given in the video description and you will be able to access everything from there. So let's dive into NanoBanana 2 versus NanoBanana Pro. Alright, so for this example, I thought the best way to do this comparison is using some workflow, and FreePick is the best website to do that. So right now I'm inside my FreePick account and from here I am in spaces and I'm going to create a new space. So I'm just going to click on new space from here, and this is the open canvas which we can use to do our comparison. So let me just first give it a name, maybe just NB2 versus NB Pro. Alright, so let's start with a text node. And this text node we are going to use for our prompt. So it's going to be same for both NanoBanana 2 and NanoBanana Pro. With that, we are also going to need two image generation boxes like this. So for the first one, we are going to use NanoBanana Pro and resolution will be, let's say 16:9. And for the second image generation node, we are going to use our NB2. So we're going to use Google NanoBanana 2 and aspect ratio will be 16:9 again. And both will be 1x. So we're just going to use it for comparison. So no need of any high resolution images. So let's start with our first prompt. And let me just start typing here. So the prompt is very straightforward. Design a modern Bitcoin market dashboard card showing price, percentage changes, and small trend chart. Now the reason I'm using this prompt is because it is claimed that NanoBanana 2 can search information or maybe use live data online and then create the images out of it. So I thought let's see what it can do for the Bitcoin data. And now in order to use this prompt, I just need to connect this text node to as the text input for my image generation. And I'm going to do the same here as well. Now it is also said that NanoBanana 2 is faster than NanoBanana Pro. So let's see how it goes. All right. So let's see how long does it take. All right, NanoBanana 2 already done, and here comes the NanoBanana Pro. All right, so here is our result. NanoBanana Pro gave this visualization inside a tab as maybe a POV shot, but NanoBanana 2 actually understood what we wanted to create. But if you notice, the rate of Bitcoin is different in both images. So let's verify. So this is the real-time value of Bitcoin we are getting from Google. So in this case, we can definitely give edge to NanoBanana 2. Now for the second use case, I'm going to write this prompt. So in this case, we are going to test how it generates a real image portrait or some cinematic portraits. So this is going to be our prompt. Indian guy, entrepreneur, working late night in startup office with laptop illuminating on face, moody lighting, and pretty straightforward prompt. So let's see which one is faster again. All right, looks like NanoBanana 2 again generated the image faster and catching up NanoBanana Pro. So there is definitely some difference between the two images. We can clearly see a tech branding in the background, and we can see other people working in the background to give it a real feel that the guy is not alone working in the office. But this one is not bad as well. But NanoBanana 2 understood the prompt a little bit better, considering that in order to establish this as a startup office, we need to show it as office with the branding and maybe some other people working with the startup guy. So again, I would say both images are good, but NanoBanana 2 got a little bit edge on Pro here. All right, so let's begin with the use case number 3. And this time we are going to test it for some product photography. So here is our prompt, product photography of premium perfume. And this is going to be our studio setup. And again, pretty straightforward prompt. Let's see how it goes. Let's go ahead and hit run and see which one works faster this time. All right, again, looks like NanoBanana 2 is faster. And here is NanoBanana Pro. So for this one, I would say I would give an edge to NanoBanana Pro. So this image is also good. There is definitely no issues in that. But if I would have to choose one, I would say this one looks much better. But if I go ahead and zoom in a little bit, we can see that the text on this bottle is a little bit gibberish. While on this one, it's gibberish here as well, but it's clear what's written. But in this case, we even cannot read what's written here. So I would give an edge to NanoBanana Pro for this particular use case. All right, moving on to the next use case. Here is our prompt. And for this one, we want to experiment typography poster. So this is going to be our prompt, pretty straightforward. And again, we are going to connect the nodes and let's see how this one goes. All right, so both nodes connected and let's go ahead and hit generate. Here goes NanoBanana Pro, here goes NanoBanana 2. All right, this time NanoBanana Pro does the job faster instead of NanoBanana 2. So if we click on this, it's actually did faster, but the image is not 16:9 for sure. Yes, I think it did some mistake in the aspect ratio, but NanoBanana 2 was a little bit late, but it actually maintained the 16:9 aspect ratio. So we definitely got output faster in Pro, but NanoBanana 2 definitely did the job much better. So in the next use case, we are going to use our tech entrepreneur, and here is our prompt. So for this one, we are going to test the character consistency. So let's see how that goes. So for this one, we are going to connect the prompt as text input, and we are also going to connect our image nodes as well. Same goes for NanoBanana 2, prompt input, and the image reference. So once the node is connected, let's go ahead and hit start. Here goes both of them. So let's see which one does better. All right, so this time NanoBanana 2 generated the output and much faster. And NanoBanana Pro is still working on. All right, so here we have our output. And if we look closely, the character looks pretty consistent for NanoBanana Pro, and we have the same consistent character in NanoBanana 2 as well. So I would say no one is winner here. Both of them did a pretty good job. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next use case. And here is our prompt. And in this case, we are going to test the visual quality. If you're going to use this as an advertisement, so how good the output is. All right, let's see how it goes. And NanoBanana Pro already finished. So I'm not sure what NanoBanana 2 was looking for, but let's regenerate it to at least see what result we are getting. So here's the output, but somehow the rich chocolate sauce is getting poured from a medicine bottle. So I'm not sure why this one is added along with the spoon. But again, this one from NanoBanana Pro definitely looks much better. I would say NanoBanana Pro is definitely getting an edge here. Alright, so for our next use case, we are going to use this prompt and this particular image. Let me show you what the prompt is. So here we are going to create a multi-panel visual showing the same product and from different angles. So here in different panels, we will have different angles. using this particular product. So let's see how this one goes. So we are going to connect text nodes and the image reference. Same goes for NanoBanana 2 as well. And let's go ahead and hit generate and let's see how this one goes. Alright, so once again we have NanoBanana 2 doing the job faster, and we now have the two generations. This one is NanoBanana Pro and this one is NanoBanana 2, and I'm pretty happy with both of them. So again, it's hard to choose a winner here. So I would say it's a tie again in this case as well. So NanoBanana 2 is definitely creating some interesting images, especially when you are using some real-time data or close to real-time data, and the images might look a little bit sharper or a little bit realistic. I would say the main difference is how you are going to use the model. So if you are using text rendering a lot, if you are using real-time data a lot, then NanoBanana 2 is definitely the model you should choose. But other than that, there is not much difference between the two. And of course, we have to mention that speed of NanoBanana 2 is definitely faster than NanoBanana Pro in most of the cases. So if speed is again your concern, then again NanoBanana 2 is the model you need to choose. So that's it for this comparison, and if you have any more comparison, then do let me know in the comment section below. I will post that comparison on my Instagram. And if you want to access this particular space on FreePic, then feel free to check out the link in the video description. I'll share this space with you guys. So that's it for this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.